This right here is one mistake that a lot of correctional officers make. They come in thinking that they tough. Oh man. Boy, we be having these tough officers, boy. I'm talking about, boy, they'll come in thinking they who thinking they, let's see, somebody that real bad, like a wrestler. Let's say Stone Cold Steve Austin. They come in thinking they Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. And the inmates see that Buddy think he tough. He walked with his chest poked out, you know what I'm saying? He got his head high. He got hella confidence. He real like firm. You feel me? And they like dudes like that. Not like in that way, but they like you because they will test you. They will test you to see how tough you really is. They will provoke you to see how tough you really are. They are going to escalate situations to see how tough you really are. And your job as a correctional officer is to de-escalate. But the inmates, they are going to escalate it if they think this guy right here think he's tough. They like to see people like you, man. So the new correctional officers, don't go in there taking your problem that you had in high school when you got picked on. Now you want to go in there and take it out on the inmates. Mm-mm. Don't do that. Don't take your problems from home into the prison, especially the new correctional officers. First of all, you just started. You don't know what's really going on. You can read all the books and you can take all the tests in IF and in the academy. You can take all the tests you want to take on paper. But that paper ain't the same as being in that field, being in a unit full of inmates, okay? Being in open bay, being close to inmates. You see how close this mic is to me? You talking about somebody being this close to you, okay? So all that stuff you learn in class, yeah, it's cool, but you have to learn in the field. That's something about correction that I don't think get talked about enough. You can read all the books, you can watch all the videos, you can list all the people with their stories about corrections, but ain't nothing gonna be as good as being in the field. Getting out there, finding out how things operate. Okay? That tough guy stuff is gonna get you get sent home real fast. Okay? You may go home with some scars, or you may go home in a box. You got to make that decision. New correctional officer, all that tough guy stuff, man, that ain't the place for it. I'm not saying be weak. I'm not saying let people run over you. Be fair, firm, fair, and consistent. I always say that. But don't try to be the tough guy, because I have seen a lot of tough guys in the prison system that they don't last long. Okay, they don't last long. Because my biggest thing when I was in corrections, I want to leave how I came. I want to do my 8 and I want to hit the gate. So you have to think about that when you are in there every single day. A lot of people don't use their brain. You have to think for 1 second that I'm outnumbered. They're going to put this stuff in your head that the inmates don't run the prison. We run this. We run the prison. That's what they're going to put in your head. But you have to be able to think for yourself. That lieutenant, that sergeant, that captain, they're not going to be in there with you every step of the way. It's not going to be someone that's going to hold your hand every single day. You have to be smart about situations. You have to understand that you are always outnumbered. Yes, somebody's going to come if you hit your body alarm, if you call on the radio and say you need help or something like that. Yes, somebody will come. But you have to always think, this is how I thought. I'm always outnumbered. Because a lot of times you get put in these units and you are in there by yourself with at least 100 inmates, depending on where you at. So that should be something that register in your brain every single day, that you are always outnumbered. All that stuff talking about the inmates don't run nothing, man, hey, They're going to tell you that every single day. They're going to tell you that all the time. They're going to say, run your house, which, I understand that when they say run your house. You know what I'm saying? That means you take control of the unit. You know what I'm saying? You don't really control the unit because the inmates, they got some real power um over those other inmates. You know what I'm saying? My biggest thing is, man, you really have to be smart. You just have to know that you want to go home every day. You want to get to your family. That's the most important thing to me when I was in correction, man. I want to get back home to my family. I don't want to come in here and try to punish these guys and they already being punished. They already being punished. Why am I coming in here trying to punish them too? I'm not trying to punish them. They already been sentenced. They already got their time. So it's not my job to come in here and make it harder for them. Some people may look